What is up, everybody? This is Corey Peterson, your Up North car guy. I am down here at the Clinch Marina here in town. It's a beautiful gray fall morning here in Traverse City, and you can see behind me all the big boats are gone for the summer. But no matter, I've brought another one. This is a BMW 650i. Alright, so this is the 650i. It is the sort of bigger twin brother to the 640. The 640 gives you a single turbo straight six. 650 gives you a twin turbo V8, 4.4 liters, 450 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds, which is pretty good for a big German four-door car. On top of the added grunt from the twin-turbo V8, you also get some extra styling cues from the M Sport package, including upgraded aero in the front, bigger wheels, and an upgraded splitter in the rear. The interior of this car is gorgeous. It's a beautiful place to sit. The seats are supportive and comfortable. The Bang & Olufsen stereo is absolutely outstanding. And this particular BMW is equipped with the driver assistance package, which gives you things like lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, multiple camera views, park assistance, and active cruise control. Much of that information is relayed to the driver via a stunning 10.2-inch display in the dash, which also serves as the home for the BMW iDrive system. Okay, so inside the BMW 650i, you're in a very luxurious cabin. You have the 10-inch media screen up front, BMW gauge cluster in the middle, notoriously sort of Spartan. Only the information you need: fuel gauge, speedometer, tach, and oil pressure, and then everything else is in a sort of digital readout underneath it, which changes when you start pressing buttons and moving stuff around. All of your lane departure warnings and things are over on the left. You can turn those things on and off, which is kind of interesting. Other vehicles you can't; they're just on all the time. BMW's xDrive, or I'm sorry, not xDrive, iDrive. xDrive is all-wheel drive. iDrive is the system that runs the multimedia. I've heard people talk about how maddening the system is. This is my first time really messing with it, and it is truly an entirely different language. So like I said, you have another little screen down there at the bottom that changes when you start moving stuff around. You can see you can change your ride settings. We have Sport, Sport Plus, and then Comfort and Comfort Plus, and we have something called Eco Pro. I'm not exactly sure what Eco Pro does, but I know that Sport and Sport Plus make this thing ride incredibly stiff, but with really sharp throttle response. When you're driving this thing around, the bumps are noticeable, but you can definitely tell that it hangs on in the bends a little better. And then, like I mentioned, the 10.2-inch display up front does show you when you change your drive modes. It shows you, it gives you a little breakdown of what you're looking at. You have Sport, Sport Plus, and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so then down here in the center console, you have a couple of things. You have obviously your gear shifter is here, camera views and things are over here, and then obviously your ride comfort selector is here. But right next to it is the iDrive sort of navigation setup. This knob turns, it's got a center button in the middle. You can move this thing left and right and up and down. And then you have shortcut buttons up here: media, radio, menu, telephone, navigation. You have a back button to go back a screen, and then your option button sort of opens up your sort of options as you can adjust what you see in the screen. All right, and then up top, the 10.2-inch display. This is really pretty to look at. It's very crystal clear. And then as you rotate your iDrive knob down here in the console, this thing moves around. You have CD and multimedia, radio, telephone, navigation, something called Office, which is, I'm not sure what. You can get right into your contacts if you need to. And see, we're shooting this in real time, and this iDrive system, like I said, is confounding. You have CD and multimedia. You can change everything in here. Mitchell and I are listening to Kendrick Lamar today. And as you go down into navigation, this is where things get really interesting, because you have this beautiful sort of topographical map of the area. You can see the bays up here, the peninsula, there's Power Island, Traverse City's downtown. And then you just kind of have to figure it out. It takes a long time to be proficient with iDrive. It is literally like being handed the keys to a German car and being expected to know German to be able to use it. But Once you know how it works, once you've had some time with it, it's actually sort of intuitive. It just takes some time to get used to. Okay, so as always, now's the part where we get to drive the car. I've got the keys, it's on. But like I mentioned, the seat belts in this thing are a bit challenging when you're built sort of like me, because the seat belts are built into the seat, which you can't see, and I can't reach. So you have to do a sort of double-handed pass move to get your seat belt on. And then because it's mounted to the seat, once you get it on, it tries to choke you out. But that's okay, because this thing's really fun to drive, so I'll deal with a crappy seatbelt. So just cruising this thing around town, a couple of things you notice. It is unbelievably powerful when you put your foot down, but it doesn't let the entire neighborhood know about it. We drove the Camaro not that long ago. We drove even that E63 AMG wagon, and that was really loud exhaust on both of those cars, and as soon as you put your foot down, it was like a trumpet. This is much more subdued. When you put your foot down and you have the windows down, you can hear the sort of loud, throaty exhaust noise, and when you let your foot off, you get a little crackle on the over rev. But it's much different. It's much more civilized, more sophisticated sound you get from this car. If I were to compare it, like I said, to the Camaro that we did before, the Camaro is more of a sort of rough and ready, sort of brawler kind of car, like a man with a mohawk who wants to fight you outside a bar. And this is a car that's in a buttoned up suit. It's more of a mobster sort of car. It'll ruin your entire life, but you'd never see it coming. And here you can see out the front window, you can see that long hood with those aggressive lines pointing down towards the BMW logo up front. It's a really great look. It makes the front of this car look really aggressive and very cool. I'm a big fan of that. And you'll see here as I go by this man in this tiny Prius to the right, once he gets locked in my blind spot, that orange light that's kind of in the hardware of the mirror turns on. It's not in the glass. It's actually down in the corner of the mirror, which is a really cool place to put that. I'm a big fan of that. You can see it right in your peripheral whenever you need it. So to quickly summarize the BMW 650i, this, in my opinion, is the perfect daily driver car for me. It's big, it's comfortable, it is all-wheel drive, so you can get around in Michigan at any time of the year. And with the 4.4-liter V8 in this thing, you can absolutely thrash it, and it doesn't care. It just keeps asking for more. This is an absolute monster of a car. It's been really fun driving it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We do make all this content for you guys. I hope you enjoy this. Please let us know in the comments if there's any other cars you want to see us do, any other cars you want to see us tackle. We're happy to take on the challenge. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at UpNorthCarGuy. Follow Mitchell on Instagram and Facebook at PhotoHypeMedia. All the links are in the comments or in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.